American Horror Story closed its 10th book Apocalypse yesterday. However, heading into the final episode, it seemed almost impossible to close every cliffhanger plot Murphy had set up. The real question is, did they, and how are they going to fit all those cameos in? I'm Jeremy with MetaHuman Entertainment, and this is your Instant Noodle update. If you like TV, movies, and comic books, be sure to click and subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification icon so you don't miss an update. In normal EHS fashion, Ryan saved everything for the end. He literally put everything in the last episode. Questions that remained were, how are we going to get back to Murder House? How are they going to fit all those cameos with Jessica Lange and the Voodoo Queen, since they were in the previews? How are they going to kill off the bad guys or the good guys? How are they going to tie in the plot device of time travel? How are they going to bring us back to the present day in one episode? How are they going to tie in the two random main characters' kids' arcs from the very first few episodes? Will we see a showdown between the Antichrist and the Supreme? Be warned, spoiler warning is in effect. We're not at all surprised that fans may have felt a little rushed this last episode. Aside from the first 3 seasons, AHS has had a hard time tying up their stories. However, with Apocalypse, they presented everything in a seemingly pretty bow. In the last episode of the season, the show opens up with Myrtle taking out the 2 planners of the apocalypse. Prior to that, we see Mrs. Venable and Myrtle quibble with one another, but magic wins in the end. Knowing how much of a pain she was going to be in the future, she should have killed her. But who can predict the future, right? We then move over to the witches as they say their heartfelt goodbyes before the end of the world and prepare to cast the identity spell, which explains why going into the season, Metal, played by Leslie Grossman, and Mallory, played by Billy Lord, have no idea they're witches. Up until half the episode, the show brings us back to speed to where we left off since our big flashback to explain how we got to this point, with a few cuts of the witches being on the ground and how they survived. As the showdown between Michael and the Coven is ready to begin, we get a surprise visit from the real Voodoo Queen, Angela Bassett. She takes out Aiden Porter's character in a flash. Then they blow up Mrs. Mead, played by Kathy Bates. She blows up in a pile of metallic body fluids, knocking Michael down. They shoot him down with a machine gun, saying he's too strong for that. The witches then take a lock of Michael's hair to invoke Tempus Infinitum, the time travel spell, but Mallory is just not strong enough. She then gets stabbed by Metal's ex-boyfriend. One by one, the witches get killed off, only to be left in the last stand with the Supreme and the Antichrist. The moment we've been waiting for. Cordelia, played by the lead lady Sarah Paulson, stabs herself, and if fans don't know, once the old Supreme dies, the new one rises to power, which is exactly what happened with Mallory. She is now able to recast Tempus Infinitum. Should have done that from the beginning. The time is now 2015. We flash back to Murder House and see Jessica Lange and a younger Michael Langdon, played by Cody Fern. It is a time in episode 5 when we flash back to Murder House and Michael is killing and can't control himself. Lang casts him out of the house while we see a time travel Mallory hit him with a car. She runs over him a few times for good measure. We then cut to the Coven where Mallory meets Cordelia for the supposed first time. All has been prevented and the rest of the story is glazed over with a voiceover to close any remaining plot holes. Oh wait, remember that chosen couple from the beginning? Flash forward to 2020, then 1 year later, then 3 years later. Yep, they are the parents of the new Antichrist. There you have it, Season 8 is officially over. Did you love the Murder House / cover crossover? Did you enjoy seeing all your favorite actors again? What did you think of the final story? Was it rushed? Let us know in the comments below. We are also doing a $100 giveaway from our store. Visit www.metahumanent.com/store and enter your email address. 2 lucky winners will be chosen next week during Thanksgiving and another for Christmas Day. All you need to do is enter your email address and we'll choose one person for a $100 buying spree. I'm Jeremy with MetaHuman Entertainment and that was your Instant Noodle update.